Okay, so the last set of notes for volume is on spheres. And the good news is all spheres are pretty much the same. And we only still have to worry about one measurement, which is radius. And it works the same way that circles did. So here's your formula. It looks maybe a little scary because, it has a fraction and exponents and stuff in there. But if I were to plug this into your calculator, you would just take 4 divided by 3 and put that in parentheses so it knows it's a fraction, then times pi, and you can use calculator pi or 3.14, times your radius, whatever your radius is, and then to make that, you're going to use the caret button, which is above the division symbol, and it looks just like that, and then 3. And your calculator should turn that into an exponent for you. So it should make it r to the 3rd power. So that's how we're going to plug all of these into our calculator. And then it's pretty simple from there. So find the volume of a sphere that has a radius of 13 feet. So r is 13. So my volume is just 4/3 times pi times 13 cubed. So again, to plug into the calculator, 4 divided by 3 times pi, or 3.14, times 13, and then the caret, and then 3. And when you hit enter, and we're going to round, you should get 9,202.8 cubic feet. It is still volume, so your units are still cubed. And again, that's using calculator pi. If you use 3.14, it would come out a little bit different. But that's it. Spheres are very simple. Now with a diameter, it works the same way that the diameter of a circle did. So if diameter is 10, that means we cut that in half, and our radius would just be 5. So the volume here is 4/3 pi times 5 cubed. And again, you'd plug it in the same way I explained on the last one, and you get 523.6 cubic feet. Now, the last one, I was just trying to think of something different since spheres are all the same. And so I said, let's find the volume of the Earth, because that's a sphere that everybody knows. So if the radius is about 4,000 miles, which it is about 4,000 miles, it's a little bit smaller, it's like 3,900 and some, but it's about 4,000 miles. So again, if I were to plug this into the calculator, it would be 4/3 times pi times 4,000 cubed. And when you plug that in, you get a ridiculously big number, 2.7 times 10 to the 11th cubic miles. So that's going to be 2.7, well, and plus 10 zeros after it. So you would move this decimal point 11 times. And that's how many zeros would be after it to get to the Earth. Now, I'm not going to ask you any questions like that on your test or anything like that. I just thought that that was interesting. So there you go. But spheres are very simple. You just take the volume formula, plug in the radius, just like you would with circles, and you get your answer. If you have any questions or need any extra practice, there's plenty of exercises or activities to do.